Chosen one, pause right here. This moment is not a coincidence. It is not random. Heaven itself has orchestrated for you to arrive here now, so this word could find you. What you're about to receive carries eternal weight. It is not light, it is not casual. It is a prophetic unveiling of who you are becoming. God is declaring, this is who you will soon be, and when the transformation comes, you may not even recognize yourself. The person staring back at you in the mirror today, the one weighed down by fear, mistakes, doubt, and wounds, that is not the final version of you. The true version is about to emerge, refined by fire, shaped through trials, marked by destiny. And when that unveiling happens, not only will others marvel, even you will be astonished by what God has done in you. Think about Saul transformed into Paul. Think about Joseph, betrayed into the pit but raised into the palace. Think about Peter, the fisherman who once denied Jesus but later became the bold apostle whose shadow healed the sick. Transformation does not follow human logic. It does not unfold in predictable ways, and that is exactly why this word is urgent. God is about to reintroduce you to yourself and to the world. Before we go deeper, if your spirit resonates with this truth, act now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Pause this word and do 3 things. Press like as a prophetic declaration. Subscribe so you never miss the next release from heaven through this vessel. And most importantly, type the number 111 in the comments right now. That number represents divine alignment and order being established in your life. By writing it, you are saying to heaven, I agree, I receive, I accept this transformation. For those who have been faithfully supporting, sharing, and standing with this ministry, you are not just helping a message spread. You are part of a prophetic movement. Every seed, every prayer, every act of obedience rises like incense before the throne. Heaven takes notice. And the doors that human effort could never open are swinging wide because of your agreement. Chosen one, lean in, don't scroll away, because in these next moments, I will reveal how this transformation will unfold, why the timing is now, and what it means for your destiny. Once you see it, you will never view yourself the same way again. You think you know yourself, you think you understand your limitations, your gifts, your potential, but what you see right now is only a fraction. You stand before a mirror that reflects only your current condition, not your completed calling. Heaven is revealing layers of you that you haven't even glimpsed yet. There are gifts hidden under pain, talents buried under trauma, purpose concealed by shame. But pain is not your prophecy, failure is not your future. Heaven is still writing your story. The Spirit of God whispers, what you see now is only the seed. What I have prepared is the harvest. Think of a seed planted deep in soil. To the outside eye, it looks buried, small, insignificant, forgotten. But within that seed is the potential for fruit, for shade, for life that will feed generations. The soil is not a grave, it is a greenhouse. That is what God has been doing with you. The silence, the hiddenness, the pressure, it has all been preparation. You were not buried, you were planted. And soon, chosen one, the growth that has been hidden will burst forth into view. The Bible affirms this in 1 John 3:2. Beloved, now we are children of God, and it has not yet been revealed what we shall be. But we know that when He is revealed, we shall be like Him. This means your full identity has not yet been unveiled. Heaven already sees it. You just haven't stepped into it yet. And when God finally uncovers what He has deposited inside you, not only will others be silenced, even your own doubts will bow. Chosen one, have you ever looked back at a season of your life and thought, I can't believe I survived that? That survival was not accidental. It was evidence of transformation. Every storm you endured was shaping you. Every betrayal was refining you. Every breakdown was making room for breakthrough. If the old you could see who you are becoming, even you would be amazed. But hear this, the version of you that is about to emerge will not simply be a better version of your old self. It will be a new creation. What used to shatter you will now shape you. What once triggered fear will become the fuel for your faith. What you once begged God to take away will become the very testimony that sets others free. The one who cried alone in the night will soon laugh with joy unspeakable. The one who felt invisible will soon stand before leaders and nations. The one who was covered in shame will soon walk clothed in glory and confidence. God is not just changing your situation, He is changing your identity. Remember Joseph. His brothers threw him into a pit, certain they had silenced his dream. But years later, famine drove those same brothers to Egypt, where they bowed before a ruler they didn't even recognize. Joseph, the one they mocked, betrayed, and sold, now stood clothed in authority and strategy from heaven. The same God who transformed Joseph is about to rewrite your story. When he does, the person they thought they knew will vanish in the glory of who you have become. Chosen one, this is not random. Your transformation is not an accident. It is not God suddenly deciding to bless you. This is destiny that was written before your first breath. Jeremiah 1:5 declares, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Do you see? God is not improvising with your life. He is unveiling what He already finished before you were even born. Your assignment has always existed. Your calling has always been alive in His mind. Heaven did not start believing in you when people did. Heaven believed when no one else saw anything. That is why your storms could not kill you. That is why betrayal could not bury you. That is why the weapons formed against you failed, because your name was already written in the book of destiny. Chosen one, you are preserved by prophecy. And what you see as delay is not denial, it is divine timing. Right now you may only see weakness, but God sees the warrior He wrote into eternity. You may see scars, but God sees testimonies that will set captives free. You may see rubble, but God sees building blocks for legacy. The truth is, transformation is never instant. Just as the caterpillar must endure the cocoon, you too have endured seasons of isolation, pressure, and darkness. But the cocoon is not a coffin. It is the sacred chamber of redesign. The old structure of who you were had to dissolve, so the true you could emerge. That breakdown was not death, it was blueprint. It was God undoing what life tried to build, so He could reveal the person He created you to be. Some of you reading this are in that cocoon season right now. You feel hidden, pressed on every side, forgotten, but do not despise it. God hides those He is about to reveal. He isolates those He is about to elevate. Romans 8:18 declares, "I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." Your hidden season is not wasted. Your pain is not wasted. Every tear you've shed has been collected in heaven. And soon, your unveiling will outweigh every night of loneliness, every moment of rejection, every unanswered question. Chosen one, the silence was not abandonment, it was preparation. You have been planted, and in due season, you will rise. Chosen one, let me take you deeper. The transformation you are stepping into is not just an upgrade. It is not a polished version of the old you. It is a rebirth. It is heaven revealing a design that was hidden within you all along. The caterpillar cannot even imagine what it means to fly. It only knows crawling, hiding, and survival. Yet within its body are wings it has never seen. That is you. Right now, you cannot fully imagine the glory God is about to reveal through you. You only know the struggle, the pressing, the hiding. But inside you are wings, strength, gifts, and callings you have not yet discovered. This is why God has allowed seasons that felt crushing. The silence, the rejection, the pruning, they were not punishments, they were preparations. He was protecting the version of you that was still developing. Think of Gideon. When the angel of the Lord found him, he was hiding in fear, calling himself the least in his family. But heaven called him something different, mighty warrior. Gideon did not recognize himself in that title, and many of you are the same. You hear words of destiny, but they feel too big, too far, too impossible. Yet God is not speaking to who you think you are, He is speaking to who He made you to be before time began. Chosen one, transformation always begins in hiddenness. Roots grow beneath the surface, unseen but essential. Without roots, the tree cannot stand. In the same way, God has been growing unseen strength within you. That is why He pulled you away from certain people, removed you from certain places, and closed certain doors. He was protecting your process. The season you thought was isolation was actually insulation. Heaven was wrapping you in preparation. But here is the mystery. Transformation requires breaking. The cocoon breaks the caterpillar. The seed must break to release the tree. The alabaster jar had to break before the fragrance filled the room. The bread had to be broken before it multiplied. Do not despise the breaking, chosen one. It is proof that something greater is being released. Every breakdown you faced was not the end, it was the blueprint. The tears you cried in silence were watering the soil of your destiny. The prayers you prayed when no one listened were shaping your future. The nights you felt abandoned were actually nights heaven was closest. And soon, you will see why God allowed it. Remember David. Before he was king, he was overlooked, underestimated, even despised by his own family. When Samuel came to anoint a king, David was not even invited into the room. Yet the oil would not flow for anyone else, because what God ordains, no man can block. The same is true for you. People may have ignored you, rejected you, mislabeled you, but the oil is waiting for you. Heaven has reserved your portion, and when the time is right, nothing and no one can stop it. Chosen one, hear me. You are stepping into a season where the old labels will no longer apply. Fear will no longer define you. Shame will no longer bind you. The opinions of others will no longer limit you. God is about to place a crown on the very head that once hung low. But here is the challenge. Will you accept it? Many resist their own transformation because it feels unfamiliar. You may be tempted to return to who you were because that feels safer than becoming who God says you are. But safety is not your calling. Destiny is. Transformation will stretch you. It will push you beyond your comfort. It will demand that you trust God in ways you never have before. But it will also unlock authority, confidence, and power you never knew you carried. The same mouth that once begged God for answers will soon release answers to others. The same hands that once trembled in fear will soon heal, build, and bless. The same feet that once stumbled will soon stand in places of influence you never imagined. Chosen one, do not shrink back. Do not apologize for what God is doing in you. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. It is heaven revealing what was always written. Think about Joseph again. When his brothers saw him years later, they did not recognize him. Why? Because destiny had reshaped him, prison had refined him, process had prepared him, and when the unveiling came, he stood in authority that shocked everyone, including himself. That is what is about to happen to you. Even you will hardly recognize yourself. But let me tell you why the timing is now. Heaven has an appointed moment for everything. The pain you endured was not random, it was scheduled. The delays you faced were not accidents, they were strategic. Ecclesiastes reminds us that there is a time for everything. And chosen one, the time for your unveiling is drawing near. This is why the attacks have increased lately. This is why the pressure has intensified. The enemy can sense what is about to be revealed, and he is trying everything he can to make you doubt, to make you quit, to make you retreat back into the old version of yourself. But do not give in. The fact that the battle is so fierce is proof that your breakthrough is close. Chosen one, you are not who you used to be, and you are not yet fully who you will become. You are in between, the sacred space of becoming, and in that space, trust is your weapon, silence is your shield, faith is your fuel. The old you is dissolving, the new you is emerging, and soon the world will see what heaven always saw. So hold fast. Do not despise the process, do not fight the hiddenness, do not resist the breaking, because every moment is preparing you for the unveiling. Chosen one, if this word is stirring in your spirit, act in faith again. Comment 111 right now as your agreement. That number is not just digits, it is a declaration. It is saying, Lord, align me with what you have written. I accept the process, I embrace the unveiling. When you comment 111, you are stepping into prophetic agreement. You are declaring that your life will no longer be defined by the old version of you. You are declaring that heaven's timing, not your emotions, will govern your steps. Do it now, don't delay. Heaven is watching for your agreement. Because the unveiling has already begun. Chosen one, lean in closely. This is the hour where everything begins to make sense. Heaven is pulling back the veil. The version of you that was hidden, the one refined in silence, the one prepared in obscurity, is about to be revealed, and when it happens, even you will barely recognize yourself. The mistakes that once defined you will be testimonies that glorify God. The battles that nearly broke you will become the very proof of your resilience. The shame that weighed you down will be replaced with authority and confidence. The timid, hesitant, fearful version of you is being buried in the past, and in its place, the bold, anointed, unshakable version is rising. Chosen one, listen carefully. Heaven never doubted you. Even when you doubted yourself, God still whispered your true name. Even when others mocked, mislabeled, or misjudged you, heaven still held your scroll of destiny. Even when you gave up on yourself, heaven never did. This is why you are still here. This is why the enemy could not destroy you, because your life is not sustained by your own strength. It is sustained by prophecy. Do you realize what that means? It means every setback was a setup. Every delay was divine protection. Every season of silence was sacred preparation. And now, the unveiling is near. Think of Gideon again. He could not recognize himself in the word, mighty warrior, yet heaven called it out until he rose into it. Think of Esther, hidden away in the palace, unaware that she had been positioned for such a time as this. Think of Moses, a fugitive in the desert, unaware that the burning bush was about to awaken the deliverer inside him. That is you, chosen one. You stand on the edge of unveiling. Heaven has been whispering your identity, and soon the world will see it. But let me speak truth plainly. The unveiling will not be subtle. It will not be quiet. It will not be hidden. God is preparing to elevate you in such a way that even those who doubted you will be forced to admit His hand is on your life. The doors that refused to open will open with ease. The tables you once begged for a seat at will now call your name. The places where you were ignored will soon honor you. But hear me, this is not for your glory. It is for His. When people see the transformation, they will not just see you, they will see the God who remakes, restores, and redeems. Chosen one, I know the waiting has been long. I know the cocoon has been suffocating. I know the process has been painful. But the same pressure that felt like it was crushing you was actually forming your wings. And now, flight is near. You will not crawl anymore. You will not hide anymore. You will not beg anymore. You will fly. And when you rise, everything attached to you will rise with you. Your family will see the shift. Your community will feel the shift. Your very presence will carry the weight of heaven. This is why God calls you light. This is why He says you are a city on a hill. Because when He unveils the true you, your life will testify without words. Chosen one, I need you to make a decision now. Will you step boldly into this identity, or will you shrink back into who you used to be? Heaven is not asking for hesitation. It is asking for agreement. If your spirit is saying yes, then act now. Write the number 111 in the comments as your declaration. That number is more than digits. It is a prophetic sign that you are aligning yourself with God's order, God's timing, and God's unveiling. Comment 111 to say, Lord, I agree with who you say I am. I accept the unveiling. I embrace the transformation. Do not scroll past. Do not delay. This is your prophetic act of faith. Chosen one, let me pray over you now. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, I lift up every chosen one who has received this word. I declare that the season of smallness has ended and the unveiling has begun. Strip away every label placed by fear, by failure, by the voices of others. Let boldness rise, let authority flow, let confidence be clothed upon them like a mantle. May their reflection shock even themselves as they step into the identity you wrote before time began. Lord, vindicate them in ways that silence every critic. Open doors no man can shut. Elevate them into assignments that only heaven could arrange. And may their transformation testify not of their strength, but of your glory. Chosen one, your cocoon season is ending. Your unveiling is here. And when you walk into it, walk boldly. Do not apologize. Do not shrink back. Step into it because it is not pride, it is prophecy fulfilled. Comment 111 right now if you receive this. Share this with someone who needs hope, and prepare yourself because the unveiling will not be delayed any longer. Chosen one, rise. The world is about to meet the version of you that heaven has always known.